And tonight's game is broadcast by KOGO News Radio 600 on your AM dial.
Thank you, Greg. The San Antonio Spurs, who have had great success in the overall series against San Diego, it stands 26-6. This is the fourth meeting of the season between the two clubs, and San Antonio leads that one 2-1. The way the teams match up tonight: Gervin against Smith, Lucas against Nixon in the backcourt, Jones and Donaldson. That should be something. Mitchell and Walton up front, along with Gene Banks of the Spurs and Terry Cummings of San Diego. Edgar Jones, filling in for the injured Artis Gilmore, will jump against Donaldson. Donaldson 7'2", 270 pounds. Jones 6'10", 210 in San Diego. We'll have the basketball. We are underway. Norm Nixon involved in what was a controversial deal from Los Angeles. Swen Nader going to the Lakers as Walton puts it up, and it's 2-0 San Diego.
Not a bad start, Jeff, as they immediately go down inside the paint. They're so much bigger and stronger inside.
George Gervin hits his first shot of the night, and he has not been scoring as we're used to him scoring the last few games.
Not taking enough shots. Gervin's got to take 20, 25 shots a game. He had 9 the last time out. The Iceman's got to put it up. They need to shoot well tonight because there's not going to be a lot of rebounds against a bigger Clipper team.
Nixon going against Lucas. Lucas playing extremely well for San Antonio, getting new life after his drug problem, well documented.
So we've got an illegal defense already. They all do it. They really do. It's once again, we've talked about this before on our NBA telecast. Dick Mott is very much, as we get a look at Bob Bass, very much in favor of letting him play anything. That's what Banks does not want, Jeff, to let Cummings low post him.
Jones on the rebound. Lucas, who can penetrate beautifully, dishes off to Banks, and it's 4-2 San Antonio.
Well, we're talking about Lucas. Here's a guy who's very loyal to San Antonio. I talked to him before the ballgame. He says, I'm re-signing with them. He says, they gave me a chance when it looked like it was over.
Derek Smith.
Looks like they got Big Donaldson on the loose ball foul. You know, everybody figured that Jones would get in trouble guarding Donaldson, and Jim draws first blood here.
Mitchell from outside, and it's 6-2 San Antonio.
Mitchell really wants to use his quickness against Walton. So much bigger, Bill Walton and Mitchell.
Underneath, Donaldson with a nice rebound offensively. Derek Smith all alone. Whistle inside. We're going to go the other way. The loose ball foul on Terry Cummings.
So that's 2 on the Clippers. They continue to go to the hole, and there's Gervin off the glass.
So Derek Smith picks up the personal for San Diego, and the Iceman, who is an outstanding free throw shooter, 84.5% at the line.
This guy was a football player a little bit in high school. A lot of people forget that his first coach, Jerry Tarkanian, won his basketball game yesterday with UNLV over UTEP, so he'll be in the final 16.
He didn't stay at Long Beach State long, or he went back home.
You know, he's been so influenced by his brother, and he transferred to Eastern Michigan. Just been a great performer. George has missed more time this year, 6 ball games. That's one of the reasons why the Spurs have lost 40 basketball games.
Spurs up by 6. Nice penetration by Norm Nixon. The reverse layup. Nixon, who averages 16.9 a game, and he has a high this year of 35, 8-4 San Antonio. Gervin, prolific scorer. Rebound, Walton. Bill averaging 9 caroms a game. Derek Smith, nice penetration.
He has done some kind of job ever since taking over the big guard spot. He can play that defense too now. He's hawking Gervin. Gervin will get his points, but Smith will make him earn them.
Who said John Lucas can't shoot? 10-6 San Antonio. Early in the ball game, 9:16 remaining, first quarter.
John was playing tennis a little bit last year. Now he's back in the game.
He played some world team tennis years ago.
Yep.
Gervin with the rebound for San Antonio. Lucas. 12-6. San Antonio.
Jeff, he's just a delight to be around now. He's got his problems behind him, and John Lucas has done a tremendous job. The point guard situation in San Antonio, very sound. Now, Johnny Moore, I don't know if we'll see him tonight or not. He had an ice pack on his finger all during, as we get a foul on Gervin, all during the shoot-around this morning, and he has had some injury problems. But they are really sound at point guard.
Of course, this is the type of team, as Bob Bass up off the bench, that Lucas really fits into.
Well, yeah, you know, if you get him in a structured situation, you're not going to see his true instincts and talent. You let him run the court, as San Antonio likes to do.
Derek Smith pops. 12-8. San Antonio up by 4. Mitchell by Walton. Tremendous move by Mike Mitchell out of Auburn.
And you see that this ball club could still be dangerous if they can get into the playoff. Without Gilmore, you really see how small their forwards are, but if they can get it up and down the floor and use their quickness, as we saw then, they're tough.
The basket good by Nixon.
Let's take a look at Norm Nixon. Once again, here's the guy who was with Magic Johnson a year ago. I feel the trade has really benefited him as we get the foul underneath, and Walton will be at the line. Nixon likes to come down once on the dribble and put it up. He's tough, second in the league in assists.
Walton misses the free throw. Lucas has it for San Antonio. The Iceman. Too long, rebound Walton.
You can see why San Antonio has to shoot well, Jeff, because they're not going to get any shots.
Nice tip by Derek Smith on Cummings' miss. And just like that, we've got a 2-point ball game. San Antonio 14, the Clippers 12. Mitchell to Lucas, Nixon on John. Banks working against Cummings. Nice shot.
He is so quick. He's so articulate. Banks is the kind of guy you just love to be around. And look at, he does not want Cummings to post up. He wants him to dribble. He gets a steal there.
3-on-2, San Antonio. Banks all the way. Edgar on the back. Edgar says, but I didn't do it.
I'm still waiting for him to get it into Donaldson and let him power up from the blocks against Jones, because Edgar does tend to get in foul trouble. He tries to block every shot. Thus far, Donaldson really hasn't touched the basketball.
Might come as a surprise to some, but these two teams are two of the better rebounding teams in the NBA. And Walton on the slam.
Nice pick by Smith. As he picked Mitchell off, does a great job, and the Clippers trail it by a deuce.
Foul is on Norm Nixon. So we've got a timeout. 6:57 remaining in the first quarter, with the score San Antonio 16, the San Diego Clippers 14. Reproduction or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Take a look at that alley-oop once again. Look at the hard pick in there by Smith as Mitchell gets tangled up, and the big redhead, Bill Walton, makes it look like a piece of cake.
Of course, Nixon is the second best assist man in the league. He already holds the Clippers franchise record for assists in a season. He surpassed his previous high of 737 on Friday with 14 assists. Banks brings it into Lucas. San Antonio with the basketball and a 2-point lead, 16-14. A little over 6 minutes remaining first quarter. Ten remaining on the 24-second clock. Gervin blocked by Donaldson. Great play by the big guy. They better put it up. 1 second remaining, and he puts it up and in. Nice play by Gene Banks. 18-14, San Antonio.
Is he quick? He reminds you so much of Calvin Knapp from Portland. Portland gave this San Diego Clipper ball club a tough time because they're so quick in the front line. Here's a foul. Looks like they got Mitchell for holding Walton.
They did.
Jeff, I got to tell you, San Diego is huge. There's a small forward, Terry Cummings. Now, that is the premier power forward in a lot of people's mind in this league. He's a small forward. There's the power forward. Look how much bigger he is than Mitchell.
The redhead misses. Nice rebound by Jones. He averages 5 a game. Mitchell. 20-14 in San Antonio. Mitchell can really shoot the eyes out of the bucket, averaging over 22 a game.
When he faces up, there's not many better in the NBA. He's been on a tear.
His high this season, 47. Nixon from distance. No. Great rebound, Cummings. Cummings, the leading scorer and rebounder of the Clippers, averaging 22.9 a game, makes it 20-16. San Antonio by 4. Edgar likes that shot, and that's why. 22-16 Spurs.
You know, he plays hard. I really like him. They picked him up from Detroit a year ago. He's better as a forward, coming in playing about 21 minutes. Ever since Artis Gilmore went down with that fractured cheekbone, he's been doing what he has to do for this ball club, fighting to get in the playoffs. Look at him struggle with Donaldson.
Cummings missed. Jones with a rebound. Lucas brings it into the attacking zone. Rebound, Donaldson. James out of Washington State. This is his 4th year in the NBA. Great pass. Walton Cummings and a block and a foul by Mike Mitchell.
One of the better people in the NBA as far as court awareness, Bill Walton, with an excellent pass. Look at the big redhead. Even though he's 6'10", he's got a soft pair of hands. He knows what to do with the basketball. So Cummings gets fouled. His ball club trails it by 6. He's at the line. Cummings looks like his body was chiseled by a sculptor. Look at this guy. Look at the legs and the arms. Made to play basketball.
End of the game for San Diego, wearing number 20, Greg Kelser, 5th-year pro out of Michigan State. And as Jim Lynham told us earlier today, doing a super job off the bench.
He's done a very good job. They lost Michael Brooks with an injury, and who knows if Michael's going to be able to come back. You know, he's got to have his jumping ability. And Kelser's done a good job.
22-18, San Antonio, 4:53 remaining, first quarter. Foul is on San Diego's Derek Smith.
Bob Bass is up working Blaine Reichel. He said, "Where were you?" He said, that was 2 feet from you. You let Middleton call it. Well, a lot of times you get picked off as we look at Jimmy Lynham. Rookie coach. We were talking to him today about what happened to him a couple years ago about this time. His ball club, St. Joseph's, knocked off the Paul. Of course, Ray Myers last year, the sentimental guy to win it.
Gervin hits them both. 24-18 San Antonio. That's Kelser working against Fred Roberts, who's now to the game for San Antonio. Cummings can't get it to go down. Banks with a rebound. And Cummings gets the foul. The crowd doesn't like it. And as you can see, either does Terry Cummings.
Boy, that is the way to stop the break, though. Choke the outlet pass by rebounding that outside shoulder. We'll take a look at some of the action here. Cummings misses an easy one as the ball just won't stay down. And then he will stop the break by choking it, but he's a little aggressive, and he picks up the foul right there.
Lynham up and down like a yo-yo off the bench.
It's been a tough year. A lot of people figuring this ball club had 3 All-Stars, and Nixon, Cummings, and Walton would do extremely well. I was one of them. It just hasn't panned out. And yet, if you're realistic and take a look at what's happened, it's been kind of an experimental year, Jeff, going with a Walton at the forwards. They don't have to take on the Moses Malones of the world. You get yourself either a shooting guard or a small shooting forward with one of the 2 picks that they have, and who knows what could happen next year.
Banks at the last free throw, 25-18 San Antonio. Don't forget now, they have 25 wins. That's all they won all of last season.
That's very true, and I guess a lot of us got very excited when Nixon did come over here. And Walton, we mentioned today, that he has no more pain at all in the foot, and that's just nice to hear.
Lucas with the personal, his first, the 15th foul on San Antonio. 4:27 remaining, first quarter, 25-18, as Nixon misses the first free throw. San Antonio with the 7-point lead. Nixon out of Duquesne, it's hard to believe already. 7th year in the league. 25
sweats, it's so easy.
Hank McDowell, nice hustle. He's been impressive in his short stint thus far.
Well, he really has. He's gone underneath and done a few things, kept the ball alive.
Foul inside before the shot. And it's on Brewer.
13 foul on the Spurs, 1 on the Clippers. 8:03 left in the period.
McKinney. Terry Cummings. No. Moore with it. Gervin. So he gets the bucket, and he was fouled.
He's so tough. Soft shot, just like it's always been.
Craig Hodges picks up his first personal second team foul on the Clippers. Gervin trying to give the Spurs a 21-point lead, and does. 57-36. Cummings with it, working on Roberts. McKinney. Rebound, McNamara, and he cannot hold on to it. So San Diego will get another opportunity.
Boy, I'll tell you, they can't put one in the ocean from the outside, with the exception of Nixon. Nothing has happened. There's the old utility guy, Bob Bass.
He's done it all, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has. He's been supervisor of officials in the ABA, coached the Denver Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, was at Texas Tech.
Derek Smith in for San Diego, replacing McDowell. Smith. Out of bounds, San Antonio.
It's in play on the top, but this time the ball did hit the little shot clock up there.
It's in play on the top, on the side, and underneath. Brewer. No. Walton fighting for the rebound. Out of bounds. It goes to San Diego off a San Antonio player. So Jim Lynham, getting more gray hair by the minute, sends his veteran playmaking guard Norm Nixon back into the ball game. 57-36 our score. San Antonio. A little over 7 minutes remaining, first half. Nice move underneath by Garrett Smith. And he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, the old pro Nixon is so smart. He got a wide open jumper, but his ball clip needs to go inside a possible three-point play, and that's exactly what they did. Look at this, wide open. Nobody was there anywhere near him, but inside attack, Smith has an opportunity to cut this thing down out of 20.
Derek Smith out of Louisville.
18 making.
He knows what an NCAA championship is all about.
Well, I'll tell you what, Louisville had a big lead today against Tulsa. Had they hit one the last 10 seconds to win it.
Gervin. I'll take that bounce. How about you? That basketball had eyes. 59-39, San Antonio. 19 points for the Iceman.
And that has been the story this half. They've gotten every bounce. They've just out-hustled.
Great pass from Bill Walton, and Cummings scores. You won't find a better passer for a big man than Bill Walton in the history of the game. Batted around. Hodges has it 2-on-1. Hodges takes it to the hole and puts it in.
Hey, here come the Clippers. A little bit of a spurt. Are they going to get back?
Nope. McNamara with a nice feed, and Roberts gets the bucket. 61-43, San Antonio.
And the look on Jimmy Lynham's face is unbelievable here. His ball clip makes a nice little run, and then they don't get back. Third time it's happened. Somebody releases, guards go to the boards. Every time the guards go to the board, how many times they get a rebound versus how many layups they give up on the other end? 3 tonight.
Nixon can't get it done with the left hand, but he ends up with a basketball and puts it up and in. Nice hustle by the veteran. Jim Lynham up again.
Got a delay game on San Diego.
61-45, San Antonio. 5 minutes and 43 seconds left, first half.
San Diego has been much more aggressive though the last 3 minutes, with the exception not getting back that time.
Nothing but net for George Gervin.
That'll break your will a little bit.
He's up 63-45. George with 21 points. Taken away by Johnny Moore. Walton and Nixon back on defense for the Clippers. Moore takes it all the way.
It's nice to see because he's really been struggling. He's had a very tough time with a bad finger.
Number 22, Donaldson for the
A couple of substitutions for San Diego. James Donaldson in. Walton goes to the bench. And Edgar Jones for the Spurs, replacing McNamara. Donaldson and Jones. Goes into Donaldson. Bangs away and puts it over Jones. No good. Rebound, Derek Smith. Great play by Smith.
They really hit the offensive boards. Once again, the Spurs are shooting a great percentage, which they'll need to do before this thing is over entirely, because the Clippers are going to warm up inside. That has to change.
Traveling violation. So Johnny Moore, he didn't think he did, but the official overrules him. 65-47, San Antonio, just under 5 minutes left, first half.
They've gotten the ball into Donaldson, but James has been taking a fall-away jumper instead of powering it up, using his strength to try and get Edgar Jones in foul trouble.
I don't know about you, but I think he has great potential to be a good big man in this league.
Oh, yeah. You know, he didn't play basketball till his senior year in Sacramento. George Raveling did a good job with him at Washington State, put him on the weights. There's Edgar Jones getting number 2.
Loose ball foul on Edgar. John Lucas, Gene Banks back in for the silver and black-clad Spurs, replacing Moore and the Iceman. Gene Banks, one of his many nicknames, Tinkerbell, but I'm not going to call him that. You go ahead. Donaldson, the southpaw, misses.
James still stays in touch with his old college coach, George Raveling, talking about him this morning at the shoot-around. It's been a tough year for Rav at Iowa. They had 15,000 people at a shirts and skins scrimmage. And that's just how intense they are there. They were just rugged all year long.
Donaldson makes the second. 65-48, San Antonio, 4.5 remaining until halftime. Lucas working on Nixon. Banks, Donaldson comes out.
Oh,
down goes Derek Smith.
Or is it Smith? That's on Edgar.
And Edgar is pointing the finger saying, wait a minute. You hit me first.
Let's take a look at the isolation here on Edgar Jones. You watch the action now. They haven't been able to get him in foul trouble the other end, but here's the push and shove. There's the elbow. Edgar's got some sharp ones. So McNamara has to come back in. Think he had any fun yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, 17th of March, Mark McNamara, why not?
Derek Smith already with 13 points. That's way over his average of 8 a game.
They had so many guards in here, and I think they kind of overlooked this guy. All of a sudden, they realize they got some talent here because he can cover on defense as well as give you a little something offensively. Not the greatest outside shooter, but he'll rebound a little bit. Clippers within 15 now.
One time, the Spurs had a 21-point lead. We've got a little over 4 minutes remaining, first half. Brewer back to Lucas. Brewer. Rebound Kelser for San Diego. Outlet to Smith. Almost taken away. We've got a whistle and a traveling violation in the crowd. They don't like that one bit.
Absolutely the right call, and the guy who caused that was Lucas by stepping in front and forcing travel. Did a great job.
Lucas looking into McNamara instead, goes to Brewer outside. Ron puts it up, no good. And a charging foul on Ron Brewer, and that was a good call.
And Brewer's going to come out of there. The ball club doesn't need something like that. Here comes Gervin back in. Brewer out of control. Clippers making a little bit of run, trying to get it down to 10 before halftime or below. You just don't need a shot like that. Go to your strength. Go to Banks.
Nixon trying to get it to Kelser. Lucas with San Antonio. Razzle-dazzle. Gervin can't get it done. Roberts, nice offensive board work. Donaldson got him as well as the basketball. So Donaldson picks up the foul.
Taylor Roberts, who just really hustles here. Donaldson can't control it. And Fred Roberts out of BYU, nice head and shoulder fake, gets fouled. You're not going to take it up into Donaldson at 7'2", so he does the right thing, a little head and shoulder fake.
Fred originally drafted by Milwaukee, second round, 82, and as you mentioned earlier, decided to play in Italy.
First of the year, he had a beard, looked like Abraham Lincoln. Said he wasn't that honest, so he shaved.
His numbers, 67-50. San Antonio leading San Diego by 17 with 3:20 remaining first half.
Look at the matchup, the two Banty Roosters. That's nice.
Norm Nixon makes it 67-52. San Antonio.
You know, Nixon, for a little body, uses it as well as anybody. Going to the left, he'll keep you off balance. He'll square up. The best in this league is probably Mike Evans going to his left and then squaring up. Look at this.
Alley-oop. Banks couldn't hold on, but Mark McNamara right there. 69-52. Spurs by 17. Just under 3 remaining halftime.
Well, the crowd doesn't like it either because they fall asleep once again. They fight to cut it down, and then they either give up a cherry picker or else they need alley-oop.
Terry Cummings with a foul that I still don't know why he committed. So 2:49 remaining until halftime. San Antonio 69, San Diego 52 as the Spurs still looking to make the playoffs.
The Clippers have taken over the rebounding lead, and second half could be a big change here because they do a very good job on the board.
Iceman gets his own miss. It was an air ball, and Ed Middleton was right there on that call.
Yes, he was. Eddie's asked us to say hello to his little 8-year-old. He says, "Come along, because I haven't been home for a while." Well, when you're an NBA referee, that's the story that usually is. There they go inside.
Donaldson. Yes.
You know, that's like stealing. When you go in the paint, McNamara 6'11". He's a little guy going against Donaldson.
Ricky Pierce, number 25, has entered the lineup now for San Diego. Pierce making his first appearance of the night. Gervin trying to reverse himself, and he was hit on the hand. Greg Kelser, the culprit. 69-54 the score with 2:14 left first half. San Antonio with the lead.
Gervin is so intelligent. Instead of taking it up into Donaldson's face, he just dribbles it one more time and goes up against the smaller Kelser.
Perfect from the line tonight. 22 points as he misses that one. It's 70-54 San Antonio. Norm Nixon says, "Well, I'll have to do it myself," and he hits it.
You know how many hours that has to be as far as practicing the fall-away jumper? And that just keeps people off your back when you're just about 5'11".
McNamara gets his own rebound. Nice play, and he's able to out-fake Donaldson. 72-56 San Antonio. A minute 40 remaining until halftime. Nixon, great pass to Kelser. It counts. He's fouled.
Outstanding give and go. The oldest play in the game. San Diego Chicken gets excited. Kelser rolling away from the pressure. Gets a pass.
We have some outstanding assist men here tonight. 3 of the top 5 in the league with Nixon, Moore, and Lucas.
You know, Jeff, that's something I really appreciate, too. Somebody has sold all 3 of them early in their career that an assist is every bit as important as a field goal.
72-59 San Antonio. A minute and a half remaining. First half. Lucas with it. 10 seconds left on the 24-second clock. Roberts got hammered on the loose ball foul.
The confusion is between Pierce and Smith. Neither one knows who's got Gervin and who's got Roberts. They're talking about it right now. They do not give up a layup here, but they should. Nobody's got him because Smith and Pierce just can't make up their mind. Roberts does get fouled.
Fouled by Kelser, his third 15 foul on San Diego. Hank McDowell replaces Kelser, who goes to the bench.
Jimmy Lynam still trying to come up with a workable combination.
Keep adjusting.
Good things.
The job of a head coach.
Yeah, you know, he's a patient coach. During the shoot-around, they really work. Boy, there's no nonsense at all. They go through everything. Those shoot-arounds, people talk about a shoot-around. That's not true. I mean, they're running, they're cutting.
Robert Smith, Donaldson rebounding. 73-59 the score. San Antonio. A minute 12 remaining first half. Nixon, the quarterback of the Clippers. When he gets hot, he can run off about 10, 12 points in a hurry. 73-61 Spurs. Under a minute to play until halftime.
And they were down 20, Jeff. Once again, every NBA game I've ever seen, the home team is going to make a hard run when they're way behind.
Hank McDowell charged with the foul for San Diego. Into the game for San Antonio, Johnny Moore replacing John Lucas.
What a playoff series he had against Denver last year as the Nuggets packed it in around Artis Gilmore. And 0-0 Moore just ate him alive from the outside. Talk about Artis Gilmore, one of the kindest, nicest people going. Let's say hello to him. Watch him tonight down in San Antonio.
Big A train.
Oh, he cut that elbow against the Utah Jazz. Really changed the position of this basketball team.
Banks makes it 75-61 San Antonio. Ricky Pierce with it. Pierce out of Rice.
Look at the defense Moore is playing on Nixon. That's why Bob Bass has got him in there. Well, I mean, he's after him good. Johnny Moore can play that D. Nice.
Derek Smith trying to put it up, and he is fouled with 29 seconds remaining.
What a horse he is on the offensive board. Derek Smith getting an opportunity. What a nice surprise for Jimmy Lynam's ball club. Derek's now started 10 in a row at the big guard spot. Works hard.
That makes it 75-62 San Antonio. 16 points for Derek Smith, one of his better offensive nights on the year.
Let's look for 44, the Iceman, and see where he lines up. They'll double up right here.
And leave somebody open.
Illegal defense.
Illegal defense call.
There's a technical foul on the illegal defense.
Lynam can't believe it. He says, I thought I camouflaged it better than that.
It's a hard rule. It really is a hard rule. Most people, if you talk to them about it, they can explain the fact that a guard has got to go from strong to weak and go all the way through, but it's just a tough rule, and I'm wondering if the NBA Board of Governors might not do something about it when they meet.
How do you feel about it?
My personal opinion, I love to see the ball clubs be able to play a matchup, be able to play a box-1, do whatever they want to do. The argument for it is that, you know, at the end of a trip, there's a walk. At the end of a trip, Jeff, if you would turn into a jump shot contest, I think you would find out who could really coach the game.
Yeah, and I don't think it would. I really don't. I mean, these are super athletes, but I don't think that...
They're the best athletes in the world, and nobody can stop them one-on-one. You can stop patterns, but not one-on-one. Here's the double up.
8 seconds remaining. 7.
Got a good shot.
Nice shot. Hank McDowell.
We got ourselves a horse race.
So there's the buzzer ending the first half here at the Sports Arena in San Diego, California. And the halftime score, San Antonio 76, the San Diego Clippers 65, and at one point the Spurs had a 21-point lead. Well, the NBA tonight will continue here on ESPN after these messages.
Jeff, but he's been shooting a fall-away jumper, and that just didn't go and cut it.
The Spurs have always been a tremendously explosive offensive team, and they're averaging 119 points a game this year as a team, but the opponent's averaging that 0.4. And once again, defense has been the problem. Jim Lynam hoping that his club can turn things around. Of course, in the NBA, a 20-point lead can be erased boom, just like that.
Once again, you see very few games when a home team is behind where they don't make a run at them. I think Jimmy Lynam told them this at halftime. Nothing fancy, pound it inside. And that's what it's all about when you got size, 6'10", 7'2", 6'9", you pound it inside.
Let's see if they do it. They were not able to do that in the first half. And Gervin misses his first shot in the second half, and San Diego has the basketball. Stormin Norman Nixon. Batted away by San Antonio. Walton couldn't handle. 3-on-2. Jones hits a slam.
Hey, I'll tell you what, he missed it impressively, though.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar's my man.
And the Iceman comes through, and it's 78-65. The Spurs draw first blood. Opening stages, second half here in San Diego. Jeff Witcher along with Herb Brown.
I'd like to get Edgar to run a quarter with those elbows flying.
Walton missed. Donaldson did not. 78-67. Gervin. Derek Smith is down, but he appears okay. The foul is on Smith.
Derek Smith had 17 points in that first half. Gervin will go to the line. Got a tough assignment. The Iceman with 25 already. You know, Jeff, George Gervin shot 14 times in the first half. The other night he was 6 of 9, and George really does need to take a lot of shots for this basketball team. He's been the man for so long. When Gervin and James Silas played together in the old ABA days, it was just a delight to watch them. You enjoyed buying a ticket to see them play.
The Iceman makes it 80-67. San Antonio. Nixon running the show for San Diego. It's Nixon, Derek Smith, Cummings, Donaldson, and Walton.
Get it down low. Let's see if they go to the big man. Walton's got Gervin on him, and that's just a tough matchup for the Iceman. He's 6'7".
And Mike Mitchell, and John mentioned it during the halftime that he hadn't reached double figures. That is his 8th point of the night. And Mitchell averages over 22 a game. 82-69, San Antonio. Goes into Donaldson, working against Edgar Jones. He out-muscles him, misses a shot. Walton with the rebound.
Walton gets a loose ball foul. It's not going to be too popular here because he looked like he was pretty clean. And Walton's sickling. Hey, it was a little volleyball touch. Look at Walton as he starts to muscle here. It looks very clean, and you can see where the fans are upset. Our official makes a call, and that's a tough call from out there.
So Mitchell has not scored a lot of points, but he has not missed a shot from the field. 5 for 5. He's got a total of 10 points. Nixon against Lucas.
Oh, look at Edgar's down. Let's see if they can find Donaldson.
They found him, but too late. Batted to Lucas. Nice play by Edgar Jones. Nice move. The Iceman makes it 86-69.
Gymnastic type move. Jimmy Lynam wants a timeout. Whoa, good break.
Timeout on the floor. 9:45 remaining. Third quarter with the score. San Antonio 86, San Diego 69. ESPN wraps up the greatest basketball schedule ever with live coverage of the NBA playoffs beginning Tuesday, April 17th. As of this time, ESPN plans to telecast up to a dozen games. NBA on ESPN. Cummings to Walton. Mitchell on Big Bill. Cummings. Nice fake. It will count, but it doesn't go, and he'll go to the line. So Gene Banks picks up the personal.
Bud Cummings just cannot buy one. Shot poorly in the first half. Terry was 3 of 12. Last year, the best-looking rookie I've seen come in this league since Bird and Magic Johnson, and he just cannot score. He did the same thing against Philly and then really came on in the second half.
That foul on Banks, his third, as Cummings finally gets a bounce, and it goes in. 86-70. The Spurs up by 16 with 9:32 remaining, third quarter. 86-71, San Antonio. Mitchell over Walton.
Oh, see, tough.
88-71.
He was so good against the Lakers in the playoffs. He's so tough when he faces the bucket.
Lucas has it. 3-on-1. Nixon is all that stops him, and he cannot stop Mike Mitchell. Mitchell, who had 47 in one game this season. His previous career high, 46, so he can shoot the basketball. 90-71 the score. Nixon, no. Rebound, Mitchell.
They'll run him.
Bad pass, Edgar Jones. They're going to bring it back, and Norm Nixon will handle for San Diego, right in front of their bench. Just under 9 minutes remaining, third quarter here at the San Diego Sports Arena. Into Walton. No, rebound, the Iceman. Gervin averages 4 rebounds again. Oh, the jam.
Hey, that shades of Denver in the slam dunk contest.
Did he have that one in his repertoire?
I guarantee Edgar's got them all. I saw him jam 9 against California one night when he played for Nevada Reno. And he had 4 fouls in the first 8 minutes.
Derek Smith, nice pass to Cummings. He just muscled it up and finally got it done on the second effort.
Oh, they step over. This is going to go to the Clippers. Clippers are within... Well, let's take a look at the slam one more time. Look at the contact underneath there. All right, Terry Cummings will go back up, get the shot. Now we'll take a look at the slam. Watch Edgar Jones out of Nevada Reno. He's been around the NBA, and I tell you what, he'll give you a day's work.
Pretty. He comes out. McNamara replaces him for San Antonio. 92-73 our score. The Spurs on top of the Clippers. Walton working against Mark McNamara. Shoots over it. The big redhead out of UCLA. 92-75 San Antonio. A little under 8 minutes to play, third quarter. There's an air ball. Derek Smith. The 4-on-1. Kelser.
Let's see if they get back. Oh, they step over the line again.
And Bob Bass is all over the official that is the second time San Antonio has made that fundamental mistake.
Well, and I tell you what, San Diego looks like they're ready to make a little run. Walton was back that time. He wasn't going to let the cherry picker happen.
Bass, the general manager, and of course the head coach, taking over for Mo McCone earlier this season. Derek Smith having a great offensive night, makes it 92-79, and Derek Smith has 19. That's 11 over his seasonal average of 8. The Iceman.
Well, they've cooled off a little bit. Here comes the Cummings. They get one here, you get yourself a horse race.
Alley-oop. Nice play defensively by Gervin, knocking it out of bounds. It will go to San Diego.
San Diego's a ball club that's capable of scoring in spurts. They had a fantastic comeback against Philly, only to lose in the last moments.
I thought he may have traveled, but they didn't call it, but he gets the bucket. Bill Walton, 92-81.
Bob Bass is stalking Eddie Middleton on the sideline. Well, the crowd is getting involved now. Here's the Iceman.
He was hammered under the bucket. Walton the foul.
This thing was 20 points. Now it's down to 11. Let's take a look at the Iceman as Smith gets lost here. Walton helping out, a little help and recover.
The Iceman yelling, "Hey guys, I'm wide open. Give me that basketball."
I'll tell you what, it is a line drive free throw for George, but he's got such a good eye and such a great touch. Look at this, line drive. Bonk.
San Antonio 94, San Diego 81. 7 minutes remain, third quarter. Gervin has 30 points. Lucas against Nixon.
Nice block.
Great block by Cummings. What a play. And the Iceman scores, and he's fouled.
Well, you talk about hustling ball. Lucas will take it in with a nice pivot. Little move here. Can't do it because Cummings with a great block, but look who's following it up. Running hard. Eddie Middleton gives a sign. When a man leaves the ground, he's entitled to come down. Nixon didn't give Gervin that opportunity. Free throw coming.
So Gervin having one of his patented nights. He had problems the other night in Los Angeles. Of course, he was double and triple teamed by the Lakers. They usually handle him pretty well. Nixon over Lucas, and it's good. He's fouled.
Don't do everything you can, Jeff, to get him back in it.
Lucas didn't like that call.
Well, I felt he hit him on the arm. Once again, Norm Nixon is so good at putting his feet into your body to keep you away when he goes to the left side. He squares his body up. Clippers had it down to 11. Now trail it by 14.
Nixon is 77.5% free throw. We have a lane violation, so no basket, and San Antonio gets the basketball.
Eddie Middleton has had a lot of calls like that, and he's drawn a little fire, but I tell you, he's working hard, and they've all been correct. He's had over the line twice, the free throw violation. Those are ticky-tacky calls you don't like to call, but they've got to be called if it creates an advantage.
Gene Banks on the miss by Gervin. San Antonio 99, the Clippers 83. A little over 6 minutes remaining in third quarter. Derek Smith, he had the open shot, didn't take it. Nice pass to Kelser from Cummings. He assists Cummings. Gregg the 2 points, 99-85, San Antonio. San Antonio, if you're wondering, in one game, their most points, 171. Walton with the rebound. 4-on-1. Nixon, Cummings. He missed the slam.
And they're going to give up a layup at the other end unless Walton can stop him.
And he cannot. Mitchell.
Well, one of those nights for an all-star player and Terry Cummings.
Lynham didn't like that. 101-85, San Antonio, and Donaldson reports to the scorer's table. He'll be in at the next opportunity. Walton against McNamara.
Nice tap. Good effort by Greg Kelser.
Mitchell with the rebound for the Spurs. Lucas committed himself, but he got it to McNamara, who scores. Fine play by John Lucas and Mark McNamara. 103-85, San Antonio. A little over 5 minutes remaining, third quarter.
Lucas really creates something on the dribble. He just gives you that hesitation, took it in a little lower, and set his teammate up.
Talk about penetration.
Spurs throw it away. Here comes Donaldson in. Walton will sit it out. Terry Cummings just shaking his head. He's such an intense competitor, and when it goes bad, it really bothers the guy. And Cummings just had an awful night.
103-87, San Antonio. Cummings working on Banks. Terry Cummings makes it 103-89. 9 points for Cummings.
Well, McNamara really mucking it up in there. Did a good job.
Worked very hard. Out of bounds, San Diego. Offensive foul on Kelser. San Antonio takes it out of bounds.
McNamara still holding his elbow after that collision underneath.
He went down hard.
Eddie, he's a long way from the floor. Watch this high archer. First one he's missed in a while.
McNamara, he was traveling before he got hammered.
So the walk takes precedent over the foul. 103-89 with 4:10 left. Spurs on top. Period number 3.
Lyman pleading his case. That miss by Mitchell a moment ago, his first miss of the night. Prior to that, 8 for 8 from the field. 103-89, San Antonio. 4 minutes left, third quarter. That Cummings fouled in the lane.
That's Terry Cummings' game. Now, the last 2 times, he missed the stuff, and it seemed to get him going because he's been so disgusted with his play. Look at Cummings now going to the hole. This is what you like to see him do. He's so strong. He doesn't get the ball down, but he's got a couple of free throws coming.
Fred Roberts entered the game for San Antonio, replacing Gene Banks, and here comes Johnny Moore in, and John Lucas will get a rest. Terry Cummings, last season's NBA Rookie of the Year, led the team in scoring, rebounding, field goals made, steals, you name it. He led them in it. Misses the free throw.
They had a front line last year. It included Tommy Chambers, who now is with Seattle. They made that deal.
103-90. San Antonio leading San Diego. Just under 4 minutes left in the third period. Moore to Mitchell.
Boy, he just took it right into Big Donaldson. He gives his team a 15-point lead.
Nixon loves that shot.
Oh, look at the hustle by Greg Kelser. Excellent.
And it was a great block by Mike Mitchell. Outstanding play by Mike.
And it was clean. Here's the Iceman.
He overshot it. Rebound Cummings. Nice hustle by the veteran Norm Nixon. Great pass to Cummings underneath.
Nixon caused all of that because Cummings missed the first one. Kelser has done a good job.
105-92. San Antonio leading the Clippers with 3 minutes left, third quarter. Mitchell. Woo! Nice shot.
Can a man from Auburn shoot it a little bit? A little gift from Cleveland.
10 out of 11 from the field for Mitchell. I'll say he can shoot it just a little bit. Smith over McNamara. Rebound Kelser. It counts. He's fouled. Mike Mitchell the foul. And we have a timeout called by Bob Bass, the head coach and general manager of the San Antonio Spurs. 2:40 remaining, third quarter. Spurs 107, the San Diego Clippers 94. McNamara, Mike Mitchell, Johnny Moore, Ron Brewer, and Fred Roberts. For San Diego, Hank McDowell reports in, James Donaldson, Norm Nixon, Greg Kelser, and Derek Smith.
Spurs have really had a rugged time on the road this year. And normally that has not been the case. It's been such a solid franchise. It just got off slow, had a ton of injuries. Once again, Gervin has missed more time this year than George has ever missed. And now they lose their center, Artis Gilmore. They really had to adjust. Still a shot at the playoffs. Look at their schedule. It's a good one.
Kelser misses the free throw, and San Diego hitting just under 73% from the free throw line. 48.9% from the field. The Spurs hitting 62% from the field, 82.6% from the charity stripe. Mitchell, red hot, hits another one. 109-94, San Antonio. Hank McDowell working inside.
Backup forwards have been better than starters tonight. McDowell and Kelser much more effective.
Just under 2 minutes to play, third quarter. No basket. No basket. Ooh. Offensive foul on San Antonio's Mark McNamara. So don't count that bucket. It's 109-96, San Antonio. 150.
Liberty Donaldson stay outside. Now look at the offense that the Spurs are running. It's a two-man game. Seen a lot of this year where they just take people out. But look at McDowell going wild.
He hits two quick buckets. 109-98 as the Clippers trying to stay close.
Well, John Andrea is a pretty smart dude, and he pointed out at halftime. McDowell and Kelser. Go with them a little bit. Well, look at this. They turn it over.
Nixon all the way. Great pass. And Kelser can't slam. But he was really hit.
Boy, this thing has changed. I'll tell you what, this could be under 10 now. Clippers get both these down to 9. There's Jimmy Lynam. He knows his ball club has a fourth period left.
That was a fourth foul on Fred Roberts, 15 foul on San Antonio. Kelser shooting 2. Kelser, a 69% free throw.
You know, when he extends and follows through like that, he looks good to me. When he short arms it, then he'll have a problem. That last time he extended, he flapped the wrist. Good for him. He's got some tape on the fingers. That's not easy. Looks good.
109-100, and the Clippers have drawn to within 9 points with a little over a minute to play in the third quarter, and the crowd has come alive, and Johnny Moore can't get it done.
But Mitchell did. Oh, is he tough?
What a job he's done tonight.
He only had 6 at halftime. Nice play by Nixon.
Rebound Donaldson. It's good. He'll go to the line.
Big man used that superior size that time. The hometown San Diego Chicken likes it. Edgar Jones is going to have to come back in. Let's take another look. Nixon with good explosion. Can't get it. But Donaldson is so much bigger than everybody else. Puts it back up. Now he's at the line. One more angle. Look at Big James. Size 16 feet.
7'2", 270 pounds, 4th year, 24 years old. Well, I'm glad he stopped growing.
I'm not sure he has.
He converts. 111, 103. San Antonio by 8. Under a minute to play, third quarter.
The scorer out there now is Mitchell. Gervin sitting it out. Brewer's going to try it.
No, rebound goes to Nixon. Craig Hodges into the game now for San Diego. 20. Alley-oop to McDowell, no good. Kelser.
And he's fouled. Those backup forwards that brought this ball club back. Helped by Nixon. They're within 6. All right, let's take a look. Look at Nixon, the quarterback. Trigger man, alley-oop. Now, they don't get it here. But Kelser, along with McDowell, has been hustling the offensive boards. He picks it up, and he's at the line.
Kelser with 18 big points, going for the three-point play to cut the lead to 5. He does it.
Got to go to Mitchell. You got to go to Mitchell here. Brewer pitched one up last time. He's cold. He's been sitting it out. Mitchell's a horse. He's been red hot. They're in trouble now. They got to go to him.
San Antonio with the ball in a 5-point lead. 24 seconds left. Third quarter. A foul as Mitchell drove baseline.
Good call from the baseline by Bob Bass. He says, go to Mitch. Look at the quickness here as he fakes out McDowell. Goes hard to the hole. Now, that's good help. But Mitchell was a good free throw shooter.
Second foul on Hank McDowell. 15 foul on the Clippers. Mitchell with 24 points. Misses the free throw. Bob Bass. He's done everything for the San Antonio club. 10th year with the team. He's been the head coach, assistant to the president. Mitchell makes it 112-106, San Antonio. San Diego will work for one final shot with 19 seconds and counting here at the end of the third quarter.
This guy really creates something now. Johnny Moore's tough on defense, but he's got a real assignment here with Nixon. They're doubling. Here's Hodges.
Hodges, no. Roberts with the rebound. 1 second. It will not count. It doesn't go. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The San Antonio Spurs 112, the Clippers 106. And we'll be checking in to the NBA tonight with Greg and John in a moment. Thank you, fellas. And the field goal percentages have evened up a bit. San Antonio 61%, San Diego 50%. There was a bigger disparity at halftime. McDowell of San Diego working on Mitchell. Rebound fought for. Look at that, Lucas, but it goes to Nixon.
McDowell and Kelser kept it alive.
Derek Smith.
Boy, the bodies are all over the floor.
The basket is good.
Well, I'll tell you what, and it's a foul now on San Antonio.
Bass very upset. So is Edgar Jones, the man it was called on.
You know what Kelser and McDowell did that time? Not only did they keep it alive, Kelser frustrated Edgar so much, Edgar threw an elbow at him.
Fred Roberts is the man who was charged with the personal, not Edgar Jones, and Roberts has fouled out, and Gene Banks will replace him.
I thought it was Edgar. Apparently missed that one. As Banks comes in, we got ourselves a 4-point game.
The biggest lead of the night for San Antonio in the first half was 21 points, and now, as Irv pointed out, it's now a 4-point and now a 3-point game. 112-109.
Got to go to Gervin. All right, Eddie Middleton has just warned Bob Bass.
Gervin has 33 points. Mitchell with 25, the two leading scorers for the Spurs. Mitchell, no. San Diego battling, but great play by Gene Banks.
He is so quick, and he's such a quick jumper. All he did is out-jump a guy 5-6 inches taller than him.
114-109, San Antonio. Big bucket by Banks a moment ago. Donaldson way out high to Nixon. Lucas on him. Good screen by Kelser. Off balance. Norm Nixon makes it 114-111. Again, the Spurs by 3. A lot of time left. Just the start of the final 12 minutes of action. Bill Walton comes into the ball game,
but he comes in at center. They're going to keep those two forwards in, Kelser and McDowell.
So Donaldson goes to the bench. Terry Cummings comes in, and Kelser goes out.
Look at it down on the blocks as they're pounding each other pretty good. You think the NBA is a non-contact sport? Three-pointer.
A three-point play. John Lucas, 117-111.
He hadn't done much scoring tonight. Lucas was only 2 for 3 the first half. That helped.
A loose ball foul on Derek Smith of San Diego.
San Diego makes a nice run now. The three-pointer, the big mistake here. The lead can go back up to 8.
Fourth foul on Smith, second team foul on the Clippers. A little over 10 minutes left in this ball game. 117-111. San Antonio.
Offense. See if they got Banks.
They did.
Set an illegal pick. Bob Bass's ball club led it by 22. Their lead is down to 6. There's plenty of time left. 10:08.
Nixon with 9 assists tonight. Banks ends up with a basketball. San Diego cannot afford to make those kind of mistakes at this stage now as they're closing in. Lucas setting up San Antonio's offense. Gervin out high. Derek Smith on him. Smith, a pretty good defensive ball player.
Pushed him out a little further.
Mitchell.
Oh, here's a grab by Edgar, and that's what he's got to avoid. That one made no sense. And Edgar, he tries so hard, but those hurt. Hurt your ball club. That's his sport.
Bob Bass with a decision to make. Looks to the bench.
There comes McNamara. That means Walton will match with McNamara. There's a little intimidation from the old Pac-10 days. McNamara kind of idolized Walton.
Derek Smith makes it 117-113. San Antonio by 4. 9 minutes, 17 seconds left in this one. It's turned into a pretty good ball game now. Gervin double team, triple team, and still makes the shot.
Vintage George, look out. Here comes Nixon. Early offense to see if he finds anybody. Nice.
No bucket before the shot. The foul on Mike Mitchell. McNamara reports for San Antonio. Edgar Jones goes out. Check that. Jones stays in, and Mitchell is the man replaced. Cummings working on Banks.
That's where he's tough. Posting up. Let's see if he goes to the hole. Oh, we got a hold. Edgar Jones.
Edgar Jones with a push.
It's all turning sour for San Antonio now. They're in foul trouble. That's 5. 14 fouls on the Spurs, only 2 on the Clippers.
Traveling violation, no basket. Traveling on Cummings. Just under 9 minutes left. 119-113. San Antonio holding on to a 6-point lead. Foul is on Derek Smith. 5 on Derek. We have a few players now in foul trouble.
You're going to see a lot of strangers in at the end, it looks like.
Gervin. Offensive foul. That was a fine call, although Bob Bass didn't think so. We've got a timeout on the floor here at San Diego Sports Arena. 8:36 left. The Spurs leading the Clippers 119 to 113. 25th, the NBA on ESPN.
I'll tell you what, this guy's going to get
looks like Irv Brown.
Yeah, sure. This guy's going to be, they're looking for dancers all over. I saw where Harry Belafonte was looking for dancers. Listen to the crowd, they like that guy.
San Diego with the basketball, but they are down by 6 points. At one time, they were down by 21. They made a game of it. Cummings inside. Nice move. He couldn't get it done. Rebound, McNamara, San Antonio. Spurs shooting 61.3%. San Diego 51.1% from the field. 7 on the 24-second clock. Edgar Jones, no. Rebound, Nixon. McDowell.
Nice pass by Norm Nixon. We got ourselves a 4-point game. Once again now, Bob Bass isn't very happy with the shot taken at the other end.
I don't blame him.
Edgar Jones fires it up from 20 foot. When you got a man like Gervin and Banks, you go to those two. Three-pointer. He's hit 2 of them. Oh, John Lucas bailing him out.
That's his second three-point shot of the night. 2 for 2 from the three-point distance. 122-115. All of a sudden, the Spurs have a 7-point lead. That's Walton. McDowell. Nice move. Jones wants an offensive foul. He doesn't get it.
Hank McDowell running for mayor out here tonight. Crowd likes it. Nice little left hand.
That'll be it for Edgar Jones. He is fouled out of the ball game.
Well, that makes it tough. Mitchell will have to come back in. Edgar, a major contributor on the boards, is gone. Hank McDowell wasn't supposed to get a lot of ink or time out here because the front line is big and imposing with Cummings, Walton, Donaldson. He's been the major force in this comeback.
McDowell with 14 points on the night. He'll try to make it 15 right here.
And you know, most guys, if you take a look at the people in the NBA to see if they've got a left hand, I'd say it's safe to say that 60% do not. McDowell knocked that down left hand and made it look easy.
Again, a 4-point lead for San Antonio. Jim Lynam yelling instructions to his ball club. 122-118. A little over 7 minutes to play. They found Mitchell, and he found the bucket.
Well, that's tough.
Cummings to Walton. McNamara on the redhead. Batted around. Lucas, baseball pass at the other end. Gervin to McNamara. Walton blocked it, but he hit him with the body. All he could do.
And what a job Lucas has done. He had the 2 3-pointers. This time he throws a long pass. Only Walton is back there. He'll lead for a while. Donaldson comes in. Lucas has regained the momentum for the Spurs.
McNamara misses.
He's got to play some basketball this last 6:49. Marks the man. Edgar Jones is fouled out.
Smith, Nixon. Cummings over Banks.
Well, I'll tell you, Nixon just exhibited that patience and that leadership. He refused to settle for anything but something in the paint.
Bass wanting the attention of Lucas when he was holding up 4 fingers on the right hand. I don't know if that was the play, but he'll take it.
That's 4. 44, Gervin.
6-point lead for the Spurs. A little over 6 minutes to play in this one. Derek Smith. Lucas, lead to Gervin.
Another layup. No. Boy, is Lucas finally open man. We talked a lot about Nixon tonight, but John Lucas has really done some things in the fourth.
Bass and San Antonio wanted a goaltend. They don't get it. Into the game, Drake Kelser for San Diego. Derek Smith goes out.
Bob's complaint is that the rim was touched. You can touch the rim as long as the ball isn't laying on it.
Lucas talking things over with his head coach. The man who gave him another chance in this league after a drug problem and rehabilitation, Bob Bass. Take another look.
All right, here's Gervin, who now has 37, and he'll be at the line. Gets fouled right here, and
George Gervin. I've seen him listed at 6'7". I've seen him listed at 6'8". He weighs in at 185 out of Eastern Michigan. 31-year-old, 12-year veteran, his 8th year in the NBA.
He's got great loyalty to his brother, and I like that. You ask him, who taught you the game, and he'll say, my brother.
128-120, San Antonio, 6 minutes left. San Diego, they've gotten to within 4 on a few occasions. They are down by 8 at this juncture. 7 on the 24-second clock. Cummings. Donaldson with the rebound. Nixon sets up the offense. Nixon cans one.
Jeff, there's some people that can dribble and do something. I saw a guy named McKinley Singleton for Gene Bartow's team, UAB, and he's just like Nixon. They take one dribble, look somewhere, get you to back off a half a step, and that's all it takes.
San Antonio by 6. No, Gervin missed badly.
Should get one here.
Ricky Pierce into the ball game. His shot, good.
Guess who triggered it? Nixon.
At the other end, Mitchell. Mike Mitchell, red hot. 1:31 to go. Just under 5 minutes to play. Nixon. Cummings couldn't hold on. We go the other way. 3-on-2. Lucas. And John gets the garbage. Donaldson fighting for the rebound, and we have a whistle underneath.
White ball. Sometimes when you're refereeing, you just get messed up which way you point. And Eddie Middleton isn't going to make a mistake. He just hollers white.
Big possession for San Diego.
They've had a problem handling the ball in the paint. They just haven't shown good hands.
Kelser.
Offense.
So Kelser charged with an offensive foul. He pleads his case to no avail.
That's it for Greg.
So he fouls out for San Diego.
You don't want to put it too hard. A tee won't help your cause now. You're gone. 4:17 left.
So Kelser fouls out, and we'll see what Jim Lynam does now, who he will bring in. Lynam, first-year coach of the Clippers. Last 2 years, he was an assistant under Portland's Jack Ramsey. Rory White, who was signed recently by the Clippers to a 10-day contract, comes in.
He can play some defense. Rory's defensive minded. He's drawing Mitchell here. Nice. Nice by the ice man.
132-124, and San Antonio has built that lead back to 8 points. 4 minutes left in the game. Nixon trying to do it single-handedly. 132-126.
It amazes me. There's some people who can create something off the dribble, and this is one of them. Gus Williams, same way. They just keep the dribble going a little longer, and pretty soon the defender backs off.
Nixon, 27 points tonight. His high this year, 35. His seasonal average, 16.9. Gervin, a wild shot. Didn't go. Donaldson rebound. Outlet to Nixon. Ricky Pierce. Block. Clean block. Fine play by San Antonio.
They did a good job inside.
Cummings didn't get the bounce.
Loose ball foul. Once again, Cummings cannot get anything down. They needed a hoop. Terry just having one of those nights. Instead of cutting it to 4, free throws coming at the other end. Let's take a look. Here's Cummings. Normally he's going to make all of these. Just can't do it tonight. And then he's over the back. Either he or Roy White, whoever they pick.
They picked Cummings, 4th foul on Terry, 5th team foul on San Diego. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. An animated Jim Lynham.
Well, he's frustrated. Ball club will come, and they'll get close, and then something will happen. They'll either turn it over. They have really had a tough time passing the ball to the low post. And then a guy like John Lucas will do a few things. Plus, this guy hadn't been too shabby.
I'll say Mitchell gives the Spurs a 133-126 lead. Looking for his 30th point of the night. He's got it. 134-126, San Antonio.
Here's where you earn your money as a coach, and Jimmy Lynham's got to start thinking about three-pointers. Even though there's 3:09 left, it's never too early. Look at this, they just cannot get it in the low post.
Rory White had it partially blocked. Banks takes it for San Antonio. Bass wants a timeout, and he gets it. So Bob Bass in San Antonio looking to go to the playoffs again. Timeout, 3:01 remaining. The Spurs 134, the Clippers 126. Inside, and that's where they would be able to do some damage against the Spurs, and that's been a major part of their problem.
No, they just have not passed the ball effectively. Somebody will set up advantage, puts it to the left, they'll throw the ball on the right side. Some interesting things tonight. 23 points for Derek Smith. That's a career high. San Diego leads the rebounding department 53-48. Of course, Edgar Jones and Fred Roberts out of there on fouls. San Antonio continues to shoot well. They're at 60%.
McNamara battling, nice offensive board work, couldn't get it down. Mitchell goes down, Mike is okay, and it's out of bounds to San Diego, no foul called. Hank McDowell, who has played very well when called upon tonight, into the game, replacing Rory White. McDowell wearing number 8. Eight-point San Antonio advantage. 2.5 minutes remaining. Donaldson. Ricky Pierce.
Oh! Nice pass by Donaldson. Pierce hanging around the 3-second area.
There's still enough time. 2:18, 134-128.
Bob Bass will use some clock now and then try to go to Gervin or Mitchell when it's running down. The
Clippers have to play some tough defense now. Cummings with the rebound. Loose ball foul.
Now that really helps because you get a possession change. Normally it's going to take you about 10 to 15 seconds to get a shot. Clock is stopped with 2:06. This could be a big turnover. Oh, I'll tell you, Banks is after Blaine Reichelt. I mean, he's really after him. Let's take a look. Boy, I'll tell you what, I think he just got one. I'll tell you what, Bob Bass is coming out. This is crucial. You're talking about a 3-point play.
He fouled out and then said too much to the official, got the tee. He still is hot. And Bass physically sits him down.
Boy, this hurt.
Or tries to.
Pierce will shoot the free throw, and then you got Cummings with, he'll shoot the technical, and then Cummings with the free throws. This thing looked like it was pretty much over.
I've never seen Banks this irate. He is really red hot. Big free throws for Ricky Pierce.
Good. Cummings now with the 2 shots coming up here. 1+1. Lead is down to 5, and that was a pretty good-looking 7-point lead a moment ago. They got the clock stopped on the rebounding foul.
Cummings, if you're wondering, is a 70.5% free thrower.
Eddie Middleton coming over, conferring with the score.
Waiting for the substitution for Banks, and Ron Brewer, designated by Coach Bass, and he comes in.
3 people have fouled out. Spurs trying to hold on. They got 2 scorers out there now, and Mitchell and Gervin. And boy, I tell you, those 3-pointers that Lucas hit really loom large now.
Jones, Roberts, and Banks have all fouled out. For San Antonio, the free throw is good. Derek Smith.
Well, What a struggle, though, for Terry
Fouled
Cummings.
out for San Diego.
That thing touched everything. He's just had one of those nights. Usually when that happens, the guy hits something at the buzzer to win it.
Trying to cut the San Antonio lead to 3. He does. 134, 131. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this ball game right now.
Here's the assignments. McDowell has Gervin. Mitchell draws Cummings. There's the Iceman.
McDowell comes out on Gervin. High Archer. No. Rebound. Ricky Pierce.
That's a goaltending.
A goaltending ball? No.
No, we got a loose ball foul. Bob Bass wants goaltending. He felt that somebody was in the cylinder. We got 1:49 left. Free throws coming once again. They stop the clock. Jeff, that's what's so important. There's Bob Bass. He says that's goaltending. All right, let's take a look. Here's the Iceman with the finger roll. It doesn't go as Donaldson does a good job. All right, let's take a look right here. And the ball is away. It is a good no call. All right, Cummings can cut the lead down to a single point.
Cummings looking for point number 22 on a night when he has not been shooting well. He's got it. We have ourselves a 2-point game. 134, 132. 1-point lead for San Antonio. The crowd making a lot of noise. Some of them on their feet.
Yeah, the basketball is very cool now, Jeff. Lucas, he knows what to do. Let's see if he finds somebody.
9 on the 24-second clock. San Antonio will try to use up as much as possible. Before the shot, we have a foul.
1-1. Gervin at the line. Mitchell looks like he hurt himself a little bit.
So the clock stops with 1:30 left. And Mike Mitchell, who has had a super ball game at the free throw line for 2. 31 points. 9 points over his seasonal average. If he makes this, it will be a 3-point lead. His 33rd point, San Antonio by 3, and a timeout called by San Diego. So a timeout on the floor. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. The San Antonio Spurs leading the San Diego Clippers 136-133. Okay, if you're Jim Leinemer, what do you tell your ball club?
Might get pushed time tonight.
Grant Widener has just been signed to his second 10-day contract. He's a rookie, 23 years old, out of William & Mary, 6'10", 240 pounds.
Well, let's see who he draws now. Well, he's got McDowell. Now, that's the guy they want to go to. It's going to be a 2-man game. Here's McDowell. Here's the roll coming up. There he is.
Goes to Ricky Pierce. He hits it.
Five off wants a timeout. The lead is down to 1.
Timeout called by the San Antonio Spurs. 1 minute, 13 seconds left. We've got a whale of a ball game. 136-135 is San Antonio. Don't go away. And you can bet he'll have himself a head coach for next season.
Billy McKinney coming in to play some defense on John Lucas now.
McKinney on Lucas.
Jimmy Lynam wants to press McKinney. You'll see Nixon as soon as they call a timeout.
Here's the time remaining. 9 on the 24-second clock.
Well, his
shooting clock. Beating the clock. Lucas. A great shot. San Diego's got the basketball.
They want to call it. Oh, they almost turned it over. They want a timeout right here. How do you get Nixon back in?
Exactly. Get Norm Nixon back in, and let's wait and see if...
What an uphill climb. They got a chance to take the lead. Have they ever led in this thing, Jeff? Did they lead early?
I don't believe they have led the entire ball game. They have a chance to go out in front when it counts right now with 44 seconds remaining.
Let's get
Nixon has not come in at this juncture. It's McKinney.
I wonder if Norm hurt himself a little bit because he's been so hot. McKinney can't knock that outside jumper down. He shoots much better than he passes. Let's see what they're going to do. You know it's going to be inside.
McKinney looking to Cummings. He goes down, gives it to Pierce.
There he is.
Cummings down low. No good. Mike Donaldson down. McNamara down. 1st and 10. Who hit it last, Mr. Referee? San Diego, apparently. It will go out to San Antonio.
Nixon smashed the toenail, and that's why he is not in it. Okay, 26 seconds left. Do you foul early? You just wait and hope for the rebound. Make it take it down to about 6 seconds.
Pierce on Gervin. An unenviable task.
1 second difference on the shot clock and the game clock.
9 on the 24-second clock. Mitchell. That should do it.
You need a three-pointer.
8 seconds left. 138, 135, San Antonio. What did that Mike Mitchell, who's been red hot, comes through with a big clutch basket there.
So it's down to a three-pointer. The guy who normally is open for a three-pointer is the guy who passes the basketball in. Let's see what Jimmy Lynam decides to do. Once again, Nixon's out of there.
Again, would you try to get it to Cummings and have him just bang up? And
No, you got to go three-pointers strictly. See the lineup coming in now for the Clippers. Well, here's Hodges. Let's see who passes the ball in. That's a key. See where Hodges is going to line up. Hodges and Ricky Pierce be the two that you'd guess. McDowell, the passer. Hodges draws Lucas. Big John just steps on the other side of the three-point mark. Says, I know where you're coming, Hodges. I'm going to be waiting for you.
8 seconds remaining. McDowell
They'll
brings
switch
it in.
right there.
Hodges puts it up.
Looks good. Nope.
Rebound McNamara.
That's it.
That was on San Diego's Terry Cummings with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, you get 1 or 2, and that's it. Spurs hanging on. Looks like they're going to get one here. Widener will go the line. He was playing in Holland in January.
Grant Widener from William and Mary.
Banks fouled out. Edgar Jones fouled out. Fred Roberts fouled out. That'll do it.
So last year's Midwest Division champions.
They still got a shot at the playoffs. Once again, not to be a broken record, that schedule is good for San Antonio. They can do some good here.
140, 135. An air ball. So that's it. The final score, the San Antonio Spurs defeat the San Diego Clippers 140 to 135, the 29th win of the year for San Antonio. They rest in 5th place in the Midwest Division, and the Clippers lose a heartbreak. That's going to wrap it up from the San Diego Sports Arena. For Irv Brown, I'm Jeff Witcher, returning you now to the NBA Tonight with Greg Gumbel.